I appreciate what hard work looks like. I like working hard.
Well, according to their tax documents, they work 1 hour a week.
That you don't pull another human being. Your Highness, you're complaining about your hard life and you're so privileged. It's just so weird. It's ridiculous.
She is a malignant narcissist who cannot get enough of herself while she simultaneously plays the victim. My castle's too small. Yeah. The queen is mean to me. They won't let me call myself Her Royal Highness anymore, but I'm gonna put it all over my stationery and on the gifts that I give to my friends.
There was a skit about the fact, well, you know, all Britain will insist upon is that America keeps Harry and Meghan, that they're not coming back.
King Charles on his way out, Prince William is expected to take over the crown. And apparently at the top of his list is to say, peace out, Meghan, you're done. And he plans to formally strip Meghan Markle of her royal title.
The hypocrisy is beyond anything I've ever seen.
Now, Meghan, just last week, she did her first long-form sit-down podcast interview. She showed a basket that she had sent to the host of the podcast as a thank you for allowing her to come on. And here you can kind of zoom in here and it says, with the compliments of Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex.
You're in America now, and we don't give a shit about you. You're not our fucking prince. You'll never be king. We hate your wife. Stay at home in your $29 million mansion. All right.
Harry and Meghan, they have an issue when it comes to their memory and when it comes to the truth.
I can't even. These two, Meghan and Harry, are the worst.
I just can't stand her. I just think she's such a phony.
So she runs into becoming a princess, but then when she realizes that you actually have to do things when you're a princess, it's not all just Disneyland, you know, people waiting on you hand and foot and adulating you when you actually have to like do things. Then she says, I don't want to be a princess anymore. I want to go back and be an actress.
Reopen British markets for American companies. All that Britain demands in return is that we keep these two.
No! I refuse! I'm sick of it!
Okay, stop everything. Because of all the things Meghan and Harry could have come up with next, like another drama-packed podcast, a part 2 of their Netflix sob fest, or maybe another royal bashing memoir, this is what no one saw coming. And honey, it is strange. Buckle up. Behind the scenes, without a single paparazzi flash or PR blast, the Sussexes have been working on something weird, like off-brand. Now it's leaked. But don't get it twisted, this wasn't some careless slip. No. It oozed out through sneaky back channels and hushed whispers until it hit the public like a royal slap to the face.
The woman who destroyed her in-laws' family, whose own family doesn't like her, whose the in-laws obviously don't like her, the public doesn't like her, she's stuck because she was an actress who became a real princess, who wants to be an actress again, but has to continue to pretend to be a real princess.
And once people started piecing it all together, jaws hit the floor. Because this new venture, it's not about charity. It's not about legacy. Not even that tired healing narrative they keep milking. This one's bizarre and dangerously messy. Multiple insiders are whispering that Harry and Meghan have been funneling serious time and cash into this secret project that looks nothing like anything they've done before. Not a docuseries, not a book, not a feel-good campaign. No philanthropy vibes here. It's giving experimental theater. It's given Are You Okay, Hun vibes. Think flashy multimedia kits, branded merch, and scripts, yes, scripts, linked to their recent whirlwind trip to Africa. And they're not packaging it as cultural exploration, y'all. Nope. It's being framed as some over-the-top rebranding mission, like, whoa.
I don't know what I'm doing. Yet.
My business hasn't gotten traction. Yet. No one's picked up my book proposal. Yet.
Yes.
I haven't found my soulmate. Yet. Everything is yet.
The power of yet.
The power of yet.
Their shows haven't been canceled yet. Meghan Markle has not been silenced in public life yet.
And here's the kicker, and it's juicy. This thing didn't leak from Netflix, not from Spotify, not even from their beloved Archwell. It came from a production company that reportedly passed on the whole thing, calling it a hot mess of creative confusion and flat-out reputational risk. Yikes. So now the question on everyone's lips is, what the heck are Harry and Meghan even trying to pull off? And why does it feel like even their last remaining industry besties are slowly backing away with that awkward good luck with that energy? The reaction? Whew, brutal. Critics are calling it a train wreck in real time. Their fans confused, disoriented, possibly betrayed, and insiders stunned. Because if these early leaks are even remotely true, this isn't the grand comeback they thought it was. This is a full-on identity crisis, and it's playing out in 4K. And as everyone scrambles to put the puzzle together, one thing is becoming painfully obvious. This might just be the strangest chapter in the Meghan and Harry post-royal soap opera we've ever seen, because all the whisperers, they're circling around one giant uncomfortable truth. Is this even a rebrand, or is it just one big frantic attempt to distract us all from a growing pile of failure? Let's talk timing. The kind of timing that's not just sus, it's screaming damage control. Let's not forget all their recent flops, failed projects, plummeting popularity, and that spicy rejection from Nigeria on their so-called royal sequel tour. Yeah, this whole secret creative masterpiece of theirs, it's looking less like a next chapter and more like a panicked emergency launch.
There are growing calls to strip Harry and Meghan of their royal titles. The New York Post is reporting that locals in the UK say enough is enough, especially after Prince Harry's disastrous BBC interview, which aired hours after he lost his appeal for taxpayer-funded UK.
And the way this thing is being whispered about behind closed doors, baby, it's giving last-ditch effort. Insiders say the Sussexes are betting everything on this being their shiny new comeback, something to reset their image and remind us all why we loved them in the first place. But let's be real, that is not how it's landing, not with the fans, not with the media, and most definitely not with the people in the entertainment biz. Because according to one exec who got an early sneak peek at the pitch deck, their entire concept feels like two celebs desperately trying to duct tape together a dying brand and praying that sparkles will cover the cracks. Spoiler, it won't. Just take a look at the context. Spotify, gone. Netflix allegedly backing away slowly. Their Archetypes podcast dove away after one painfully overproduced season. Even American public support is slipping faster than Harry's hairline. And those glittery celebrity circles they once glided through, shrinking fast. Everyone's quiet now, real quiet. And to top it off, just when they get dragged for using their royal titles to do unofficial state tour cosplay in surprise, a mysterious new media project drops, complete with aesthetic visuals, vague feel-good slogans, and a PR team suddenly working overtime. Yeah, that ain't coincidence, that's crisis control. And here's where it gets really messy, because if this project is connected to their Nigeria trip, and insiders are sure it is, then it's not just another PR stunt. It's a desperate, calculated attempt to turn one of their most tone-deaf moments into a redemption storyline, and spoiler alert, it's not working. The more people dig, the more they're side-eyeing.
Harry's digging an even bigger hole for himself here.
Well, I think he's dug so deep now, he'll strike water any day now.
William is reportedly formulating a plan to finally strip Prince Harry and Meghan Markle of their HRH titles.
Everything like, who funded this thing? Who signed off on it? And more importantly, what are they even trying to prove? Let's back up to what was supposed to be a big emotional win, Meghan's so-called transformative Nigeria tour. A sweet return to her roots moment, right? Except instead of being heartwarming, that tour has become their biggest nightmare. A PR disaster so intense, it may have single-handedly forced the creation of this whole secret project. What started as a cute photo op has snowballed into a global humiliation. Nigerian officials have slammed the door shut on them, making a second trip. Public opinion turned sour, and critics? They're calling the entire first tour a royal cosplay mess. Let's not forget, Harry and Meghan showed up with a full camera crew, coordinated fashion, and vibes that screamed royal engagement, even though they're not working royals anymore. Like, make it make sense. And now, Nigerian officials are openly asking questions. Were they really there to spread goodwill? Or were they just filming content for a new docudrama? Word on the street is, yep. This secret project is just that, a glamorized, edited version of that controversial trip, and it's giving please like us again energy. But the public ain't buying it. Every awkward moment, every cringe interaction is being dissected under a microscope. It's like they're trying to wrap a disaster in royal glitter and hope no one notices, except we all noticed.
She's slaughtered this weekend because there were some business cards in the back of one of her podcasts. She's still using her royal title, HRH, despite our late Queen warning her.
let's talk about the cold, hard truth. This isn't just about bruised egos and offended royals. This is about protocol. Meghan might have flashed her smile and proudly claimed she was 43% Nigerian with a camera crew lurking in the shadows, but the people, they weren't clapping. They were pissed. And if this secret project includes footage from that trip, or worse, tries to repackage it without permission from Nigerian locals, baby, that's not just messy. That's explosive. Nigerian leaders, academics, and everyday citizens are already coming out swinging, accusing the Sussexes of straight up exploiting identity for clout. And if this project ignores the backlash and plays the whole thing like a "we're just connecting with our roots" storyline, it's not a comeback. It's confirmation that the whole trip was never about bonding. It was about branding. And let's not sugarcoat it. This is possibly the most humiliating chapter in their post-royal drama. Because here's the bombshell. Netflix, their ride or die, they don't even want the project. Yes, you heard that right.
It's not a financial thing. Working royals do not profit. They do not use their names to make money. It's an honor to have an HRH.
Absolutely.
So the fact that she's continued to use this HRH when they've been instructed not to, I think is absolutely infuriating in Buckingham Palace. It was agreed with Queen Elizabeth that they will not use the HRH title. That is a long-standing precedent, and there's good reason for it. Basically, the HRH is only given to working royals and senior members of the royal family.
Multiple top-tier insiders confirmed that Netflix, yes, the same Netflix that gave them millions and a global platform, quietly passed on the entire project. Why? Because they saw the red flags flashing bright: legal mess, diplomatic drama, public outrage. It was just too risky. What was supposed to be their Phoenix moment rising from the Spotify ashes, instead, poof, vanished. Gone, done, and then Hollywood started to scatter like roaches under a spotlight. One massive talent agency pulled the plug. A publicist who once fought tooth and nail to book them the most prestigious events ghosted. And Beyonce's camp, once reportedly looking into collabs with Meghan, total radio silence. No selfies, no brunches, no front row seats, nothing. And in Hollywood, silence is louder than an Instagram unfollow. This is no longer just shade. This is a warning. Steer clear. This brand is burning. The ugly truth: fame can't carry you forever. Influence is like gold. It has to be earned. And when every new project you drop screams "clean up on aisle Sussex," even the A-listers run for the hill. Meghan might still be out here pitching, parading, posting, but insiders are whispering the one word every celeb dreads: overexposed.
She kind of sold her soul to the devil. Obviously, she's always wanted to be an A-list actress. She never wanted to be a princess. I called out from the very beginning. She wanted to be amongst the A-list because that was her life.
And let's get into the whole 43% thing again, because that just won't die. Meghan's DNA declaration might have played well in front of a staged audience, but across Nigeria, it triggered a cultural firestorm, not because of the actual ancestry claim. No, people were mad at how it was done. The timing, the spectacle, the cameras. It didn't feel like cultural pride. It felt like a photo op, like someone plucking a percentage out of a test kit and wearing it like a designer badge. Nigerian historians and cultural critics from Lagos to Abuja dragged her hard. And while Meghan was busy posing in traditional garments for a camera crew, real Nigerian royal families never even got a call. No invitation, no respect, just PR gloss and curated Instagram-ready backdrops. And now, the same insiders say that this so-called secret project might be their attempt to remix that trip into a love letter to the diaspora. A look how in touch we are type of visual essay. But we're in 2025, not 2005. That kind of tone-deaf revision isn't just risky, it's offensive. Behind the scenes, Nigerian tribal coalitions have sent formal warnings to their government saying no more Sussex visits unless things are done by the book, meaning diplomatic channels, cultural respect, and consent. They're calling it out loudly. Quote, "The Sussexes don't represent a government. They don't represent a monarchy. They're not cultural ambassadors. They're just a brand. And if that brand is selling identity without honoring it, then the cost is too high. And that might be the real horror Harry and Meghan didn't see coming. Once people stop believing the goodwill, your entire PR machine crashes. Because if this project tries to act like the Nigeria backlash never happened, They're not just setting themselves up for another flop, they're inviting a global takedown.
Reality is she's a grifter. Fake it till you make it.
Everything they do seems so manipulative, calculated, PR motivated, money motivated.
And here's the part that's so embarrassing it hurts to say. Harry and Meghan weren't just unofficial on that trip, they were rogue. Unprotected, unrecognized, unauthorized, no royal backing, no diplomatic clearance, not even a polite nod from the British High Commission. That's not just a snub, that's a statement. Insiders in the UK's Foreign Office were reportedly relieved when Nigeria slammed the door on a second visit. One British diplomat was brutally honest, saying they were acting like they had a mandate. They didn't. And if this secret project dares to spin that whole trip as some kind of international achievement, oh honey, it won't just be misleading, it'll be inflammatory. Because playing diplomat when you're not one, that's a one-way ticket to being blacklisted across continents. Especially if you include footage of handshakes, ceremonial events, or dignitaries who never agreed to be part of your next PR stunt. This isn't red carpet drama anymore, it's diplomatic erosion. And if they think they can still slap a royal ribbon on their brand and get away with it, they better wake up. Every unofficial photo op, every vague humanitarian speech, every glittery Instagram caption, all of it's adding up and people are finally calling it what it is. Not empowerment, entitlement. And while Meghan beams in her designer caftans and Harry smiles for the lenses, the big dogs in Hollywood and global politics, they're starting to whisper a single damning phrase. This was never a tour, it was a shoot. Because now, with this leaked project taking shape, it's all coming into focus. This wasn't just a goodwill gesture, it was a production. Cameras were there for a reason. Scripts, lighting, narratives, and that reason, content.
Able to just be a human. I've never seen this sort of, I've never seen someone that struggles to just give us like one strip of authenticity.
And here's the real kicker, nobody approved it. Nigerian officials have been crystal clear. This wasn't an official visit, it wasn't a state-sanctioned affair, it was a vanity trip dressed up in diplomacy drag. So now, if that footage is being cobbled together into a branded media product, whether it's a docuseries, a glossy visual campaign, or some hybrid PR rollout, Meghan and Harry are officially playing with fire. Because here's what it confirms. It was never about culture. It was never about connection. It was all about creating a shiny new chapter, even if it meant exploiting one of the oldest, richest cultures on Earth. And the backlash? Oh, it's not just bubbling, it's boiling.